Hey, my fashionistas. Welcome to another episode of Ask Aleigha. I do have a candy in my mouth. I apologize. But for some reason, I had a super long day at work today, and I just cannot stop coughing for the life of me. So, to help rescue myself, I'm eating a candy, so I apologize. But I have a couple questions today that I'm going to address, and one of which is actually about me. So, I'm kind of excited. So, yeah, let's just jump right into the questions, and we'll start with our first one. So my first question is actually about me. And this one comes from BNCooltina. Hello, my dear. She says, what is your diet? Just curious. P.S. Love how positive you are, and hugs. Hugs to you too. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that. Being positive is really important in my life, and I just love coming on here and talking to you guys. So hopefully you will never get tired of my crazy positivity. But okay, so to address your question, about a year ago, I made a huge lifestyle change. Basically, my husband had been suffering from intestinal problems. He was just having just so much gas and so much just pain, and it was just constant. It was just constant. And what's crazy is that when I was in college, I had a few friends who suffered from these same symptoms, and they ended up finding out that they were allergic to gluten. So I kept telling him, I think you're allergic to gluten. You have the same symptoms. It always happened when he'd eat something bread, right? Something with lots of flour. So I just told him, I was like, you know what? I think it's time. Let's just cut out the gluten and let's just see what happens. And it was almost an instant change, which was great for him. But for me, I was so happy to do that for him, because I think it was really important to support him in his newfound possible frustration. And I'd read so much on gluten-free diets and how to supplement, the fiber and the things that you need in your diet. So we went on a very strict, obviously no gluten, but organic diet. So we were going to try to eat and consume as much raw foods as possible, with at least 90% of them being organic, if not all of them. So in April of this year, it will be a year since I did that. And I'm sure that, if you look on my channel, I'll link my channel in the info box, as I always do, if you don't subscribe to my channel already. But you can tell a difference in my face and my skin, my hair, my body. It is so crazy what a change it's made inside and out. You always figure with a diet on the outside, it would be something, obvious, like you losing weight, but I've just noticed such a different radiance in my skin. But the biggest difference is I feel amazing. I feel like I have a lot of energy. Today was a long day because I've been up since 5. And it's now 8:53. So it's just been a long day, but I still don't feel exhausted. And before, I would just feel so exhausted all the time. So anyways, that's my little spiel about my diet. But we've stuck to it, and I'm telling you, it's made such a huge difference. And I don't have pain in my body anymore. I was starting to kind of get achy. It's kind of crazy. Too young to get achy. I'm 28 right now. So yeah. So anyways, so my diet basically consists of anything that's raw, that's organic. I do eat meat, chicken, steak, whatever. I like meat. I know. For all of you that you don't like meat, that's okay too. But I really like meat. So, and we make our lunches every single day, which definitely gets a little old, but it's the only way you can really ensure what what's in your food. So that was a very long-winded answer. I'm not really sure. I mean, if you want to know more information, I'll actually put the link to my vlog channel for you guys, because I'm actually going to start doing a lot of different recipe and cooking stuff, so you can get some inspiration for simple stuff. I mean, it's just really simple. But I can tell you, in switching over, make sure that it's okay with your doctor. That's very important. But anybody who wants to switch to organic food, I think is totally fine. I mean, it's way better for you. And I can guarantee you it's going to be really hard at first. It was very hard. Not going to lie. It was very, very hard. But now I get to the point where if I smell artificial sugar, like sweeteners and stuff, bread, anything with like a lot of fat content and stuff, I actually start to get sick. It's crazy. So my body like does not want it like at all. So, and the other thing that I'm going to be doing is focusing now also on my other channel, on my regular channel, I guess I should say, my Fashionista Aleigha account. I'm going to be focusing on, products that, you know, really looking at what's in the products. The face products that we use every day, the mascara, the foundation, because anything you put on your skin gets into your body. And so I'm hopefully going to be featuring some organic products and some natural products, and also products that you can buy, you know, that are regular, but they don't have the parabens and the crazy chemicals that have been even proven to hurt us, cause us cancer, cause body issues. So I'm very excited about that. So if that's of interest for you, definitely make sure you subscribe to my other channel. But yeah, hopefully that explains it. But gluten is basically in wheat flour. So anything that has wheat flour in it, we can't eat. Which I can tell you right now, almost everything you eat has gluten in it. Even salad dressing, salads from fast food, like even things that you would not think that there's gluten in, there's gluten. So it's used as a preservative also. So it's definitely something that I feel so much better without it, and my body's thanking me. So it's a good thing. So thank you for the question. Hopefully that answers your question. So my long-winded answer to my own question there. Hopefully that was helpful, you guys. And let me know if you do want any further information or clarification on anything. I'm more than happy to provide that. But the other question I'm going to feature, I'm actually kind of excited about. So this is from DJ Hari. Hello. She says, I am trying to accept my curves. You go, girl. I live in a small town, and there aren't many options for plus size 30-something-year-olds for clothes and shoes. I'm thinking about online options and wondering if you have any tips. I am leery of purchasing online because of the hassle of what if it doesn't fit? What if I don't like the fabric? And then I have to return it. Second question is summerwear. What do plus size gals wear that is lightweight and stylish? And what to wear when just hanging around the kids? Okay, my dear, you have some great questions. Yay. Okay, let me address your first question. As far as shopping online, I swear by shopping online, okay? Here's the key. You want to get a fabric tape measure. That's, you know, basically it's fabric, right? And you are going to take your measurements based upon the size guide for the store that you're purchasing from. Typically, they're all pretty much the same, but some of them do have specific measurements that other stores don't. So for example, you're going to have a bust measurement, which is going to be the fullest part around your breasts. And then you're going to have a waist, which typically is the point where if you bend to the side, I love this example. When you bend to the side, it's where your, like basically the fold of your body comes in, right? So that's going to be your natural waist. And then you're going to have a hips, and that's typically somewhere around the fullest part in the middle of your hips. So some stores have different, they have like an upper hip and a lower hip. Some have different lengths, like they'll actually show you. So make sure any site that you're shopping on, just look for the size chart, because it'll show you how to measure yourself. So first thing you want to do is check that out. Second thing you want to do is measure yourself. And then third of all, you want to take your measurements, look at the size chart, and figure out what size you are. For the most part, I would say you're going to have a really good chance of finding something that fits. Just because you're taking the time to measure yourself, you're looking at their size chart, and for the most part, most companies are at least pretty consistent with the quality assurance, basically making sure that each of the size 12s is the size 12 that they say is in the size chart. But I don't want you to be afraid to return something. I know it's such a hassle, and I know sometimes it's like, oh man, and you know, depending on if they do free return shipping or they don't, it's just one of those things. So I would definitely just try to not think about it and try to do as much planning as you can ahead of time. Definitely look at the fabric content of clothes. If you can tell it just by looking at it, or it says it in the description, like cotton t-shirt, take a look at the fabric, and by law, they have to tell you what's in it. So, so for sure, on every single listing, no matter what you're looking at online, it will say the fabric content. So as far as you're concerned with possibly getting something that you don't like as far as the fabric, I think as long as you take a look at that and possibly look at pieces in your own wardrobe that, let's say, you really like, to find that combination. So if it's like a 50-50 cotton poly blend polyester, that's something that you can easily find in a lot of different garments. So I would say that. Let's see. I'm looking at your question because I don't want to I don't want to miss anything. Okay. And if you have to return it, definitely take a look at their return policies. I would say for the most part, most stores have really good return policies. So I would just, you know, research it, know what you're in for, and go for it. And also, it's always good to shop at one store because you might know your size and you might know how their clothes fit. So as you shop more online, you'll get more and more comfortable. It's just a process. And as far as your second question for summer wear, so what do plus size girls wear that is lightweight and stylish? There are so many things that are lightweight and stylish. So obviously, we can talk about dresses, we can talk about skirts, we can talk about pants. So linen pants are a great option. Scarves for layering, and I'm talking about the scarves that are like really, really lightweight. Holy moly. You know, it's all about the store. So again, online is kind of fun too, because you can sit back and relax and, you know, sit on your couch with your blankie and your Snuggie, right? And shop 30 stores in one sitting and you don't even have to move. So that's kind of fun too. But I would say, gosh, there's so many options. I think the biggest challenge with plus size fashion in summertime is going to be the fit. Shorts are a big pet peeve for me, only because they're extremely hard to fit. Because you have the inseam, or how long the actual shorts are, and then you have the fabric, and then you have the actual circumference or opening of the shorts themselves. So sometimes I see people that, you know, get the right fabric, but then they're not the right fit. So shorts are just really, really iffy for me. I'd say the safest bet for shorts, and probably the most comfortable for the most amount of people, are going to be like a Bermuda short, which are the ones that come to the knee. Just pay attention to your body. Take a look at what it looks like, because sometimes they can almost be a capri where they're just below the knee. And that can make a big difference in looking taller. But also, you know, possibly if your knees are a problem area, to cover your problem area. So, but yeah, I would look at dresses and skirts, and the biggest thing is you want to look at what you feel most comfortable in, and then just play around with the fabrics. Because typically when summer clothes come out, there are so many different fabrics that aren't offered, you know, or at least offered as much as they are in the summertime, because they are thinner and lighter. But just kind of take a peek online, take a look at your 30 stores, and you should have some sort of gauge and some sort of selection for some really nice lightweight pieces. And your last question here is what to wear when just hanging out with the kids. You know what? I think you should wear what you feel most comfortable in. But don't forget about the power of jeans and a t-shirt. I know so many ladies forget, you know, that jeans and a t-shirt can look really cute. And even if you want to dress it up, just throw a scarf on. Or throw a blazer over it. So I would say definitely something that's comfortable and something that you can move around in. But don't be afraid to mix some fun patterns. You know, play with patterns of shorts or pants, or even a skirt, depending on, you know, where you're going. Longer skirts, like a maxi skirt, Those are always good options, just because, you know, it's appropriate for running around and it's comfortable. Maxi dresses. Let's see what else. But I guess the main thing is just look for comfort, you know, look for something that you're going to feel comfortable in, but play with patterns, because patterns can always help you dress things up and make things look very put together when you're wearing, let's say, just even a tracksuit with a cute pattern tank top. It might not be, it's effortless as far as putting it on and putting it together, but the pattern and the textures look really good together and they look really put together. My fashionistas, so that is all I have for you for this episode. And I just wanted to say, I kind of can't believe it. Today, excuse me, today marks my 10th episode. So I might be taking a little bit of a break from Ask Aleigha, just to kind of recoup. It's been a challenge, I'm telling you, to do it every single week. It's I'm not gonna lie. But I might be taking a little bit of a break and then coming back to the series. I haven't decided yet. You might see me next week, but I at least wanted to come on here and say that, that I might be taking a small break. So definitely, if you know, still have questions for me or still need things, or you can always visit me on my regular channel here on YouTube. You can visit my vlog channel. You can visit me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google+. I have a huge Google+ community for fashion and beauty and support and plus size fun things. So definitely check that out. I'll put all the links in the info box for you guys. But yeah, this has just been such a fun show, like segment. I am so loving it. And I'm so grateful for Skorch TV for allowing me to do this amazing segment. But stay tuned, fashionistas. You know, make sure you don't lose me. Definitely keep up with me. And if I do take a little break, I'll be back before you know it. Okay? So I love you. I love all of you. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And of course, as always, if you need anything, let me know. But until next time. Bye, guys.